All right, welcome back to the Strictly Sports Podcast. I know it's been a while since we recorded. We've both been busy. It's just me and George for now. Mike might join a little later. But, George, you want to start off with the NHL draft or with more fantasy football?
Fantasy football. We'll start off with that.
All right. Obviously, so for mine and George's league and Mike as well, we haven't had our draft yet, so we're not gonna be talking too much about it because I'm not trying to give away my entire draft board. I'm sure George doesn't want to do the same. But who do you have as one sleeper this year, or maybe not even a sleeper, but one piece of advice this year?
I've been looking into it recently, because our draft's coming up on Sunday.
Yeah.
And Austin Eckler, I've been seeing him as a sleeper.
I mean, honestly, I think he's an absolute stud, if we're being honest. I'm not going to talk too much about that because I think just last night I posted on TikTok about that if you want to check that out. But someone else, there's a few players I love this year. I'm not going to give too much away until after Sunday. But
I think Brandon Ayuk.
I do like Ayuk a lot. Ayuk's going to be great. Not the guy I had right in mind, but I do think he's going to be great. The one thing I will say this year is I'm staying far away from the Bengals. With the reports out of camp that Joe Burrow wasn't doing too hot, that the O-line was just letting guys through. I don't want to be anywhere near that. Joe, especially for the top guys. Yeah, if you get Joe Mixon in one of the later rounds of your draft, I'm not telling you not to draft him. But in the second, third round, I think this is a year. It's still not Joe Mixon's year. Yeah, he's going to have one or two big games, but I think that's it, especially with that O-line not being great. Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I was looking at Jamar Chase, too.
Jamar Chase, he's great, but I don't think Joe Burrow is... Well, first off, this is a very hot take. I don't think Joe Burrow is going to be that good. I don't think his arm strength is where it needs to be. Yeah, he's smart and all, but he tore his ACL, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe he damaged other parts of his knee, including his MCL. So yeah, he's not as mobile anymore. I don't think Burrow's going to be that good and it sucks because I do like Burrow a lot, but I just don't think he's going to be that good. So I would stay away from Burrow. I'd stay away from Mixon. And even Jamar Chase. T. Higgins, I think might be all right, but I think that's it really from that Bengals offense.
Yeah, I think that's it.
One offense I do like is, like you were saying earlier, the Chargers. I think everyone in that offense is in a great spot. Eckler is awesome. Keenan Allen's awesome. Herbert, I think he'll be solid. I don't know if he'll exactly repeat because we have seen sophomore slumps recently, but
yeah.
Herbert's still ridiculous QB. I like that Chargers offense. Any offense you particularly like or dislike, George?
I think honestly, you can't go wrong with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with Tampa. Let's see. No, but that's it. If I have to stay away from a team, stay away. If I have to stay away from a team, I think I'm staying away from the Colts offense, not the defense.
Yes.
Offense.
I agree with that, right? We lost Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz isn't even the big guy there.
Except I don't think
Quentin
Jonathan
Nelson.
Taylor's that bad of a pick because they're going to be running that ball a lot.
I hear what you're saying, but
they have great line.
They lost Quentin Nelson for 5. I want to say it was 5 to 12 weeks. Maybe it was 7 to 12.
But still, that line's great.
It's still an awesome line. They did lose the tackle Anthony Costanzo though, right?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Costanzo. I want to say he retired. Taylor, I think, is going to be solid. My only, I want to say the words rebuttal. My only thing against that take is that I don't think the offense is going to be good, so I don't think they're going to be up in a lot of games. So because of that, I don't think they're going to be running as much. I think they will be more passing. If I'm the Colts, I want to be running just because of that O-line and Jonathan Taylor, but I don't think they're going to be in great situations for that. That's an offense I would stay away from. I'm trying to think of one more good offense and bad offense. I guess maybe the Ravens, I would stay away from J.K. Dobbins just because even though
I would pick Lamar over him.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar is a QB, but he's still the main running game there. Just because he's a QB doesn't mean he can't run the ball. So I would stay away from the Ravens backfield, and then
I would also stay away from the Rams.
what about the Rams? The backfield?
The backfield, yeah, I would stay away from
I guess
that
so. I mean,
backfield,
because they lost Cam Akers, who was going to be great, and then Darrell Henderson. He was solid, but he's nothing special.
Nothing special, yeah.
And then they got that other guy, I think Xavier Woods, who's that backup running back there. Like the Rams, I guess I'll give you that. Their backfield, I'd stay away from. Their wide receivers, I really like though. You got Robert Woods, who is going to be, I think, a very safe pick. I think his floor and his ceiling are like very close, so you kind of know what you're getting. Cooper Kupp's, I think, more like up and down, but he has basically higher potential, but at the same time a lower floor. One backfield I feel like, is just the Browns because again they have a very good O line, and you also have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt there, and they're both sick.
Yeah.
Trying to think, what about some wide receiver cores you like and dislike?
Well, if I had to go with one right now, Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. That combo's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Julio and
AJ Brown. Yeah.
Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think Thielen's going to regress a bit just because he had a ridiculous amount of touchdowns last year. I don't think he can keep that up. But that's just my opinion on that. As far as a guess core I like would be I like the Niners core. I like the Niners wide receiver core because obviously you have George Kittle, who's an animal, and then we were talking about a little earlier Brandon Ayuk, who's insane, and then at the same time you got Deebo Samuel, who's very good there. Trying to think what another wide receiver core I like. I guess would be the Seahawks. I think Tyler Lockett is going way after he should be drafted. DK Metcalf, I think he's being drafted a little high, but he's still very good. What's another core you like or dislike?
Another core.
Like another wide receiver core.
I'd probably have to go with. Let's think here. There's not that many left though.
I mean, trying to think. There's obviously the obvious ones. Like I'm not going near the Jets wide receiver core, right?
No, yeah,
that's an obvious one. Or Detroit. I'm not going near
DeAndre Hopkins and AJ Green.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that. Especially you saw the reports that AJ Green was a stud in training camp so far.
Wait, so let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, he's fully back on practicing, right?
I think so. I think this was the whole him and Rodgers last dance thing.
Yeah. They're gonna try to win it all, right?
I mean, they're always trying to win it all, but this is
totally
they're both kind of like. I mean, Rodgers has the whole contract where it's like his last year.
Yeah, it's probably it. I think Devontae could go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, he for sure could. So you want to talk about that Aaron Rodgers drama then? Move a little away from fantasy. What do you think happens?
With what?
Rodgers, I think
after this season.
Yeah, because he's playing Green Bay this year.
I think he's done.
But I think he's traded.
You know what I could see him doing? Maybe like a Phillip Rivers type of situation.
Where he goes to play one more another
one more
team.
year
Okay.
Try to win, maybe, get far deep, but then, it's time.
He's kind of like it's done.
Yeah.
So who are some teams you could see him going? This is a year away still. So we're like early on this. But personally, I could see the Broncos. I'm a big
Drew Lock is their quarterback, Mr. Nate?
Drew Lock is their quarterback. I think he could make a leap, but I don't think he will. So I think Rodgers could end up there in like a year. Trying to think another team Rodgers can end up as. I know there's reports to Oakland, or not Oakland, Vegas now. There was reports to the Raiders. I don't see that happening. I'm trying to think off the top of my head another team Rodgers could end up as. What happened?
I don't think there are any other teams probably that will take him.
I mean, I'm sure there is. Maybe the Panthers actually.
Because he wants big money.
The Panthers maybe.
Maybe.
Panthers, Broncos. All right. How about the Michael Thomas stuff though? the whole with the calls. You saw that?
Nah, I didn't see that.
Apparently, the Saints are calling him for like 3 months, and he never picked up.
Well, he's probably not answering them because he's hurt anyway. He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't. But like, you think he's gonna get traded or anything?
Yeah. I don't know when his contract.
They have to keep him.
I feel like Michael Thomas is a player that's just so hard to trade.
Oh, also some big news today. Saquon returned to practice today.
I did see that. I mean, I think I would still stay away from Saquon. Because one, that Giants O-line is just atrocious. But also,
did they add any O-line this year?
They didn't draft any O-line.
Oh God.
I think they might have signed one or two, but like nothing like.
They
crazy.
retired, right? In like a day.
Yeah. After the whole fight.
Yeah.
I mean, because honestly, if we're being honest, what is going on in New York with the Giants?
I have no idea. The Jets are looking buzzing.
I mean, I haven't seen their training camp stuff, but I know Zach Wilson. What I heard was Wilson to Corey Davis was very good, right?
Yeah.
Wilson to Corey Davis was very good. Michael Carter was taking reps as the first running back.
I don't know if they can hear me, Nate, but
I can hear you.
Hold on, I'll say it in a little bit because I'm trying to find the post right now. I saw Zach Wilson. What he did at camp the other day.
I mean, yeah. What were we talking about? Giants, yeah. I mean, the Jets camp looks solid. I don't think anyone's expecting anything crazy from the Jets, but Zach. No, I mean, no one's expecting him to go to the playoffs, but better than last year for sure.
Nah, yeah. They're just trying to have maybe at most like a winning record.
I don't see them going 9-8, but they were 2-14 last year.
Yeah.
I think if they can go honestly 5-13, because remember there's that extra game this year.
Yeah.
Or no, not 5-12, not 13. 5-12. I think that's not bad, right? You got 3 more wins. If they go 5-12, but their defense is a lot better, because remember they got Saleh now, and Zach Wilson looks solid. I think that's a very good season for the Jets.
Yeah.
For the Giants, I mean, what'd you have in New York? You had an entire brawl with the entire team and Daniel Jones at the bottom of the pile. I don't know how that even happens.
No, yeah, it's just dumb.
You can't let it happen, and it started by a bunch of players fighting. Do you see what happened with the Detroit rookie fight?
No, I didn't see that.
So there's no video of it, and it didn't sound like it was bad, but it was it was 2 rookies. It was Amon-Ra St. Brown, the wide receiver, and then a corner. They were I think it was described as a scrap, not a fight, so they were pretty much just talking crap to each other. But apparently that happened, and Dan Campbell was excited about it.
Yeah, because Dan Campbell likes to drink extra espresso shots in the morning.
You saw that too?
No, honestly, I just remember. I saw an interview with Dan Campbell the other day, and all I see is what's his name? Oh, Stephen A. Smith. He goes. This reminds me of Adam Gase when he looked high in his first press conference.
Oh, with the eyes?
Yeah. Nate, I don't think he's gonna be a good coach. I'm sorry, but I just don't think I think he's gonna be another Gase. I even said it myself as a Jets fan. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. I understand your logic. Definitely. Because Dan Campbell, from the looks of it, he is not a smart guy.
No.
I think
dumb.
If you know him, he's not a smart guy. But I think the difference between him and Gase, was there any cases or stories of the Jets players liking Gase?
No.
I don't think so. So, well, I'm not telling you Dan Campbell's this amazing head coach and he's going to win Super Bowls or whatever, because if we're being honest, I don't think he will. But the players seem to like him. From all the quotes, people are or the Lions players are it's a completely different era than Patricia. That may just be because Matt Patricia was so awful, but I think he's Dan Campbell, he's going to be all right. He's not this great head coach, but he's definitely an upgrade from the previous years in Detroit. Trying to think
about the fights, Nate, about the fights.
The Giants or the Lions one?
Just in general, at training camp,
it's good to see rookies.
Yeah. So this is
there's like a point. There's like a
Yeah.
point where you're like, all right, guys.
But it's not okay when your quarterback
Yeah,
has the
obviously
bottom of
not.
the
That's
Which is-
why Judge is like freaking out.
yeah.
Did you see what Sterling I believe it was Sterling Shepard.
No,
or
it was,
Evan Ingram.
Ingram
no,
started. it.
No, it was Shepard. It was Shepard.
Shepard.
It's like, listen, you can leave if you don't like it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, which is why the case between the fights are two entirely different things,
yeah.
right? The Giants fight, it was a full on like brawl, and yeah, I mean, if I'm a coach, I don't even know what I would do in that situation. So people are like, "Oh, Judge reacted poorly by making the players run laps." Like, if you're a coach in that situation, what do you do?
But also the media did just blow that out of proportion. Like
Probably.
There's literally nothing.
Well,
What do you
also,
want to
the
do?
media doesn't understand running laps at the same time. Running laps is very hard.
No, but no.
Especially
the media,
what they were doing, and then the
The
goal line
media-
push-ups.
Yeah, the media was like, breaking news: Giants get into a massive scuffle. So what? That's their problem. They'll deal with it. They'll
Yeah,
maybe like, so what? It happened.
Like I don't get it. Everyone made a big stink about it. I think it's just guys getting have the testosterone. I think it's just a case of that.
The big problem with that though was the fact that Daniel Jones was at the bottom of the
Yeah.
pile. And regardless
think
of your
you
opinions
do
on
that.
Daniel Jones, like I know me personally, I think he's awful. I think George, I'm pretty sure you think he's awful, right?
Yeah, terrible.
You still can't have your QB at the bottom of the pile no matter who it is. And the difference
That's her guy.
Yeah, exactly. The difference between that fight and the Detroit fight was pretty much like you were saying, Lucas. It was two guys that were just getting competitive. I don't think any punches were thrown. I think they were just getting in each other's faces. That's like how it was described, at least. It wasn't even described as a fight. I think it was said like Amon-Ra St. Brown and I can't even pronounce the other guy's last name.
And they're both young.
Exactly.
guys.
It's two young rookies like competing for a spot.
Because I remember St. Brown, I think his name. He was at USC a couple years ago.
Yeah. He was actually a lot of people liked him out of the draft. I didn't know a ton about him, but I looked at him. He looks solid. Is he going to be Julio Jones? No. But I think he's a solid route runner who actually could be the best receiver on the Lions this year. Not saying much considering the Lions receiving core is pretty much abysmal, but for a rookie, it's still somewhat impressive. You want to talk about more training camp news?
Sure.
Reported Big Ben has been at his best when targeting Juju. What do you think about that?
That just makes me feel good for fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, I think Juju could be solid now. Like, I still don't love the Pittsburgh wide receivers because I think there's just a lot of mouths to feed, right? You have Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Juju, and I don't think Big Ben is a good quarterback
Didn't
anymore.
Deontay Johnson just request a trade?
No, that was I think it was James Washington.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
that was
Nate, question back to fantasy real quick.
what's up?
Are you going near the wide receivers from Carolina?
That is a tough question. I mean, we all know.
Of course, everyone's going to go for McCaffrey because he's just so good. But
I mean, yeah, PPR McCaffrey's going first, and if you don't take McCaffrey first overall, straight up, you're just an idiot, especially PPR. Is he going to repeat 2019 point for point? No.
no.
But they're going to
But-
give him the ball. They're going to throw him
Are
the ball.
you
He's
staying
going to
away
score.
from the wide receivers?
That's tough. I feel like everyone's like hyping up Robbie Anderson a lot, and like I do understand both sides.
Because
Yeah,
last year, DJ Moore sold a lot of people.
it's true. DJ Moore is still very good though. But
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to talk about Robbie Anderson first. Robbie Anderson, people are like, oh, he's back with Sam Darnold. He's going to be even better than last year. Robbie Anderson, I believe, did he have 1,000 yards last year?
I'm not sure.
I want to say he did, or he was close.
He had in the 900s. I'm almost certain.
900. Okay, so he was close. I don't know if he can repeat that. Yeah, he has Sam Darnold, his old QB, but this isn't like the Robbie Anderson we're used to. I think that's his best year of his career. DJ Moore, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's tough to draft him just because we don't know what's going to go on. So if his ADP, like his average draft position, is like getting towards high or getting higher, I would stay away just because he's very, I guess, boomer bust. And with like your top rounds, I think you want to go for more safer picks. So to answer your question shortly, I think I'm slightly staying away. Not as much as I am with the Bengals, but to an extent, I'd say I'm staying away. Burrow, I believe this was yesterday or 2 days ago. Burrow had his best day of training camp because remember, he was having not an awful camp, but not where he should have been. There was also the Travis Etienne news that he was just like killing it, standing out with his speed and quickness. So what do you think about Jacksonville in that running back situation?
I think it's very weird how they put in Madden. I was watching a YouTube video. They put him as wide receiver.
I mean, if I remember correctly, this was from maybe a little under a week ago that he was lined up at wide receiver running routes. Yeah, he's still a running back, but when I'm looking at a running back, especially in a PPR league, that is great news to me. Seeing that a running back is lining up and running routes, like that just means he could catch the ball even more, which is awesome. So what do you think, like, in that fantasy situation?
I think
remember, they have J-Rob.
I think I'm going probably. I think J-Rob might start in like week 1 because it might be a little rough for all rookies. It's always rough for rookies in week 1.
Yeah, I got you.
But in week 2, I think Etienne's gonna take over.
So do you think Etienne's gonna like be like a bell cow, or you think it's gonna be more of like a running back by committee? Whoever's having a better game is gonna take the wheel.
I think it's gonna be like what's it called? Like the Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt.
Kind of okay. I got you. And you think J-Rob's gonna be in that Kareem Hunt situation?
I think for first couple weeks he'll be in the Nick Chubb situation.
And then you think it switches.
And then I think it switches.
So you think it's going to be more of a running back 1, running back 2, but not really like a backup running back?
Not really.
Okay. So like in between a committee and a running back 1, running back 2. Zach Moss consistently been the best running back of Bills camp. That's awesome. I'm still not going near Zach Moss or Devin Singletary until it's like the last round or one of the last rounds. Jared Goff and TJ Hawkinson have been dialed in as a duo. What do you think about that? I'll give my thoughts after you.
I think he has to be dialed in with TJ Hawkinson. Who else does he have to throw to?
Exactly. I mean,
I can't name one other player on that offense.
I mean, I'm assuming you mean wide receivers.
Yeah.
But obviously they have DeAndre Swift. They had that kid Amon-Ra St. Brown we just talked about. Slightly, me and Lucas at least.
Well, that's a rookie.
A rookie, exactly. But again, that doesn't surprise me for 2 reasons. One, when Jared Goff was in LA, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he passed to his tight ends a lot. I believe his tight ends always had decent fantasy numbers. Remember, Higbee had that one very good year. But also because, like you said, DeAndre Swift isn't running wide receiver routes. Yeah, he could throw to St. Brown, but not every play. TJ Hawkinson is the only, I guess, proven ball catcher in that offense. Justin Jefferson, right? He had that scary AC joint sprain, but I think he's fine, right?
I heard it was nothing.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be fine. And then Saquon Barkley, we will likely see him by week 3. So are you drafting him or no? Obviously, like, if you were in that situation, would you draft him earlier? No way.
I would draft him.
But I don't know, because if he's not back by week 3, you're basically losing your first 2 weeks.
I don't think they're gonna sit him out the first 2 weeks.
You think he's gonna play week 1?
I think he's gonna be ready week 1.
Yeah. You think he's ready week 1?
What do you do?
I think he's gonna be ready week 1.
I don't know, but
it's not a Saquon thing to do to sit out.
I understand that he does have that Mamba mentality, right? Didn't he like take down his Instagram post like last year after he tore his ACL and put that up?
Yeah, he's like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also the Saints wide receivers. There's that guy Marquez Callaway that's reportedly tearing it up at camp.
There is no Michael Thomas, so who?
No Michael Thomas for a while. Back to Giants news. Kenny Golladay, I'm staying away from him. Like Kenny Golladay, I love Kenny Golladay. Golladay.
I'm staying away from all Giants wide receivers.
I'm staying away from the entire Giants team, except for maybe the defense if they have an easy matchup, but still. The Giants, right? Kenny Golladay, I think it was hamstring sprain, or it was an injury with his hamstring. It was a hamstring strain, not sprain, strain. Out 2 to 3 weeks. And we saw this last year too at the beginning of the year. And then it was like, oh, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. He missed the first 2 weeks. And remember, he only played 4 games and then that first quarter against the Colts. So Kenny Golladay, one, the injuries, I don't love that. And then two, the fact that he's a deep threat on a roster that does not have a good O-line. There's the whole thing. Daniel Jones can complete deep shots, but he doesn't even have the time to throw it. So what are your thoughts on Golladay?
Honestly, I never liked Golladay because of his injuries. Like, I try to stay away from that. Like, Saquon screwed me last year.
Yeah.
But I think everyone should stay away from Golladay.
I completely agree with that. I mean, yeah, if he falls to the end of your draft, like, no one's saying
then
don't
you'll
take him.
you know?
But at his current average draft position, not worth it.
I've seen what's it called? Elijah Moore's tearing it up for the Jets.
I think I did see that. I think the Jets rookies have all been doing solid.
Yeah.
I think Zach Wilson, and this is just from what I remember, and I could be completely wrong. I think Wilson has been out of their top 3 running backs, or not running backs, rookies, which is Michael Carter, Elijah Moore, and Wilson. Wilson has been the worst one, but even he's still been amazing at camp.
Nah, yeah.
I've seen a lot of people, I guess, I don't want to say hating, but with staying away from DeAndre Swift. People are like, oh, because Jamal Williams is there. DeAndre Swift, right? It's going to be a running back by committee. And this isn't me just hyping up Swift. This is just from what I've seen. People are afraid of that situation. But I don't think there's really any other situation where there's not a solid backup, right? Most of the top running backs in the league, yeah, they have a solid backup, right? Josh Jacobs has Kenyon Drake. And yeah, he's not as good as Jacobs, but he's still solid, right? Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. Barkley even had Wayne Gallman, who was good last year. So, I don't know about that. I feel like DeAndre Swift, he's just been getting I don't want to say a different treatment. I'm trying to stay away from being biased, but I feel like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
What?
I guess people are and I've seen it mostly over TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. People are for fantasy at least, stay away from Swift. Yeah, he may be good and whatever, but he has Jamal Williams, right? Because Detroit has Jamal Williams there. So he's not going to get the touches or whatever. But most other running backs, right, they have that competent backup. I mean, there's not really another top running back aside from maybe CMC that doesn't have a solid backup. Right? Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, I said that. Chubb is hot.
I just remember Mike Davis is at Atlanta this year.
Yeah, I know. I did make a video a while ago hyping him up, and I've kind of changed my opinion on that. Just because originally I was like, oh, Arthur Smith, he likes to run the ball with Henry. He's going to do the same with Davis. But, they're not the same person. Obviously, we knew that. But
yeah,
Atlanta is also in more of a passing game. I think they're going to be down in a lot of games this year, and they're going to have to throw. And it's hard not to throw when you have, what do they have? Calvin Ridley and Kyle Pitts. And even Russell Gage is solid.
Russell Gage can throw the ball, too.
He can throw. He's 1 for 1 on throws?
Yeah.
How about Trey Lance? He apparently, this is from 4 days ago, he put on a show for the second consecutive day at camp.
I mean, I don't think they're going to start him over Garoppolo.
Oh, no. I mean, I think they almost have to start Garoppolo right away. But I think, I guess what I'm asking right now.
You know what, guys? What happens if they do start Lance?
I think he tears it up. If I'm being honest.
think so.
What do you
I mean,
Jimmy
I'm
G?
pretty sure.
What do you think they could get for Jimmy G? I'm just kidding.
Not a lot.
Not a lot, because I don't think his contract's good. And Lucas, if you're, I guess, the Niners, or if you're a team, what team do you think would even trade for Jimmy G, my bad.
I mean, I can see the Giants maybe doing it.
I guess I understand that. So
And
what I was
I don't really like, and I honestly, I think the Jets, if Zach Wilson does not pan out, I mean, how many years does he have left on his contract?
Wilson or Jimmy G?
Jimmy G.
I assume 2.
So
I think 2.
Wilson will have. I don't know. I guess you could. I don't know. It's tough for me.
I guess what I was asking was, George, when do you think Trey Lance steps in? Because I think he will this season.
I think around well, it depends. If Jimmy G's on fire, then he's not going in whatsoever.
Oh, of course. But are we counting on Jimmy G to play very well?
You never know. He's Kittle.
He does have good weapons, so I will give you that.
He's Kittle.
He has, remember,
Ayuk.
Tebow and Ayuk we were talking about before. I think Lance steps in, I want to say between weeks 6 and 8, 5 and 8, somewhere in that area. But Lucas, what you were saying before was if Lance starts week 1,
Yeah.
the Niners play Detroit week 1, right?
Mhm.
Detroit's defense, not good, to put it least. I think they had the worst run D in the league last year. Their pass D was slightly better, but really not at all. So Trey Lance, theoretically, he could start week 1 and just light up Detroit's defense.
Yeah.
George, I was so Lucas, you said he could start week 1. When do you guys think he comes in and starts?
I think.
Honestly, depends on how Jimmy G
I
does.
think. I agree with what Nate said. Around week 6 to 8.
6 to 8. Lucas, if you had to make a guess, where would you say?
How do you think the Niners are going to do this year? That's all I got.
I think they're gonna do pretty good with Nick Bosa back, that defense back.
Okay, so I think if their season starts looking like it could go either way,
Here, you want their schedule?
yeah.
All right, I'm trying to get it right now. 49ers schedule. I know week 1 is Detroit.
Okay, that's a win.
Week 1 is Detroit. I'm pulling it up right now. Week 1 Detroit. Week 2 Eagles. Week
That's
3.
a loss.
Week 3.
Loss.
Yeah, they're going to lose to the Eagles. I'm telling you. Jalen Hurts is going to have a breakout.
I think Jalen Hurts is gonna be good.
No, he's not. Jalen Hurts. Everyone hypes up the Eagles. They're gonna be so bad.
I don't know if the Eagles are gonna be.
Everyone always hypes up the NFC East, and they're just
Yeah.
so
I'll
bad
give you that.
every year.
I think the Eagles are gonna be bad, but I do think Hurts is gonna be good. Week 3 is Packers. That's a loss.
That's a loss.
Week 4 is Seahawks. Loss.
Loss.
1-3.
Week 5 is Cardinals.
That's
Loss.
They'll sneak a win out of there.
No, that's a
Give it
loss.
I said that was 5. Week 6 is Colts. I think that could be a
Loss.
win. I think that could be a win.
That defense is so good.
But I think the 49ers have a better defense, and I think they have a better offense, especially with Quentin Nelson potentially not being there and Wentz.
Nah, I don't see them beating.
All right, that's week 6, though. So, George, me and you both gave that same range, 6 through 8. Colts is week 6, Bears is week 7, Cardinals is week 8.
Okay,
I
so-
think if
so-
he walks in with the Cardinals, he's definitely gonna get hit with a big.
Yeah. I don't think he can start week 9 because that is against the Rams, and I don't think you would want any.
Aaron Donald,
Exactly.
and Jalen Ramsey would whoop you apart.
Exactly. I think it's tough to start a rookie against a defense that
I'm
good.
telling you, it depends. If their season is like a hit or miss and they're on the contention for the playoffs and Jimmy G is having a decent season, they're going to stick in Lance to see if maybe he could be like a miracle and maybe if they put him in. So I think if it's.
Except you don't want to
So if
start.
they're winning, if they have a winning record.
You don't want to start him too
Yeah,
late.
but
He'll
if
be
they have a
cold.
winning record, say they're 4-4, say they're 6-2.
That's a good record.
Exactly, that's phenomenal. They're gonna stick with Jimmy G. But if they're like 3-3, 4-4,
If they're around that 500.
yeah, they're gonna throw in Lance to try to shake some stuff up.
I got you. ETN we said was what? Unguardable. Oh no, ETN was unguardable during routes, right? We talked about that. I'm trying to look at a few more training camp news. There was the whole Atlanta Kyle Pitts is going to be a special player.
Yep.
I think we already knew that. Kyle Pitts is just an animal. Out of Miami, they were saying Myles Gaskin has been fun to watch. And then in New England, this is from 5 days ago, Cam Newton has been or has tightened his grip on the QB1 job. All right, you want to finish? I'm gonna try and find one more, I guess, good news, and then because I know you gotta go, we could end it. All right, here we go. Ready? Antonio Brown destroyed everybody in Bucks practice. This was a week ago. What do you think of that?
That's
back,
my
baby.
boy, baby.
He's back.
I don't think we're seeing prime AB again, but
No, we'll never see the Steelers AB again, never.
that's gonna be fun. I mean, look,
But AB, if he's looking like that with Brady, I think another Super Bowl run's gonna be right there.
definitely. I mean, they brought back all 22 starters. We're talking about Antonio Brown here. That guy's a stud. Right?
Yeah, Tom Brady.
You have Brady who, yeah, I mean, I think Brady's still good. Don't get me wrong. I think he is overrated. People are saying he's the best QB in the league right now because he won the Super Bowl. No. I put him in that more like, maybe like 5 to 8 range, whatever. Around there. But still, you're telling me that offense, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, and Tom Brady.
And Leonard Fournette.
I mean,
I think they're winning it again.
it definitely is possible. I
They're
think.
going to the playoffs, though, for sure.
Oh, I mean, yeah. The Saints don't have a wide receiver till like week 4. The Panthers are. We don't even know what's going on there, right? You got Sam Darnold, but that's
They're hit
it.
or miss. They're hit or
No,
miss.
no,
Yeah.
no. But the Bucks are going to wipe them apart.
Yeah. And then the Falcons, yeah, their offense is great, but it doesn't matter if their defense
No.
lets in 40 points a night.
No, yeah.
Bucks are going to the playoffs. You want to do a quick thing of who's going to the playoffs, or you want to save that for next time? Because I know you got to go.
I can do a quick thing.
All right, NFC, right? From the NFC South, we think the Bucks.
Yep, the Bucks.
NFC North, we think. I'm gonna go Packers.
Oh, yeah, Packers.
NFC East,
NFC East, I got the Redskins.
I go Dallas.
I don't think Dallas is going to be good.
And then NFC West, I think. Who do you think wins the division at least?
The Rams are in that division, right?
Yeah, that's the Rams division.
Yeah, I think the Rams.
I think the Rams win that division. And remember, you still got 3 more spots. I think the next 3 teams are going to be the Seahawks. I think the Vikings sneak in. And the last team, I think I'm debating between. I think I'd go Cardinals, honestly.
I think I go Seahawks, Vikings, and since I went to Redskins on the NFC East, I got Dallas sneaking
You got
in.
Dallas. Think Dallas could barely sneak in?
I think they'll barely sneak in.
That's fair.
I think Dak's gonna be in the first couple of weeks. I think he's gonna struggle because he's gonna be, you so
Yeah,
you're gonna get scared that it's gonna break again.
he's gonna be nervous. He might not be moving as much, and then he's gonna be like,
yeah,
he'll figure it out. He'll be like, you know what, I'm all right. So yeah, even though in those first weeks he could definitely physically move, he's fully healthy. I think there's gonna be some sort of mental block at least.
yeah.
All right. From the AFC, who do we got? AFC West, Chiefs.
Oh, Chiefs.
AFC South,
AFC South.
that's the Titans one.
Oh, I think is that the Colts too?
Yeah,
Ooh, that's tough. That's really tough.
I'm gonna give it to the Titans just because of the Colts
Oh
injuries.
yeah, I'll give it to Titans because Henry's an animal. So
And Julio. You can't forget
Yeah,
Julio.
yeah, Julio now, yeah. We'll give it to
That is the AFC South. AFC East, Bills,
Bills.
and then AFC North. I think this is gonna be tough.
I think it's gonna be tight between the Ravens
and the
and
Browns.
the Browns.
I think the Browns win, but I think they have the same record. The Browns just like have
but I
a better.
definitely think the Ravens are definitely getting into
Oh,
the playoffs.
I'm just talking about the winners. I think the Browns and the Ravens finish with the same record. The Browns just have a better like in division record. So
Right, so they beat them more.
they have the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
All right, now the 3 other teams, Ravens are making it.
Ravens. Yep.
This is tough because I feel like there's a couple other teams that could make it. I feel like I don't know.
I
I
think
think
the Colts.
Colts definitely could. Colts could, but I'm gonna go Ravens for sure. I'm gonna go
In my book.
with a hot take and say the Chargers.
Yep. Those are my three. Thank you.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
Colts, and
then I'm gonna go another hot take, and I'm gonna say the Patriots.
Ooh, I'm not going near the Patriots, bro.
I think
you know who I think is gonna, beat them up. I think
Bills.
Brady's gonna beat them up.
You think Brady's gonna beat them up in their return?
Oh yeah,
I think that is potentially the game of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely a candidate.
Or does Mahomes replay Tom Brady again?
In the Super Bowl?
No. In the regular season.
Oh, I can't tell you off the top of my head. That'd be fun though. I know there are a few games. I believe the Chiefs open up against the Browns. That's fun. Obviously there's that Bucks and then Bucks Patriots game. That's a good one. I think the Chiefs might play the Ravens again this year. I think they do actually, and that's a fun game.
Nate,
What's up?
I don't know if we've touched on this, but I think Lamar is going to have an insane year.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I feel like Lamar gets a lot of unnecessary hate. I'm gonna try and speak quickly because I know George, you got to go. But Lamar, he gets a lot of hate for not being able to throw and whatever. But his best receiving weapon is Mark Andrews. Now,
Yeah.
I think
But he does have the wide receiver they just brought in.
they drafted Rashad Bateman, and
Yeah.
I believe
think he's gonna be stud.
I believe I touched on this before. I think he's sick. I think he will end up the best receiver from this draft. I know that's a hot take, whatever. I don't care. Rashad Bateman, watching his film, I think he's sick. They also brought in Sammy Watkins, who, if he doesn't get hurt, he is very good. And I don't know. I just think Lamar is going to have a very good year, especially throwing-wise. Right?
Yeah.
Rushing-wise, we know he's going to be good, but throwing-wise, I think we really see an improvement.
Yeah, I think we do.
I don't think I'm going to make a prediction. Mark Andrews takes a step back this year.
All right. You guys want to do very quick hot takes or something like that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So Lucas, I don't think that's that like hot of a take. If you want to leave it at that, that's fine. If you want to do another one, that's cool too.
I'm going to say Zach Wilson is a complete bust.
You're saying complete bust, George. What about you?
He just had to
You just left.
Yeah, for a minute.
All right, I got you. I'm trying to think. There's a few ones I like. Maybe Russ keeps up all the way through the year.
I can't see that.
It's potential. Oh, here's mine. Ready? A wide receiver will break the 2,000-yard mark this year.
No.
Who though? I feel like it could be a lot of guys. I feel like low key it could be Amari Cooper or one of those Cowboys because I think they're gonna be throwing a ridiculous amount.
I think the Cowboys are gonna have a horrible year this year.
I think they'll be solid, but I just think they're gonna throw a lot.
Yeah, they're gonna throw a lot,
Which is why I think Cooper could get up there, even CeeDee Lamb. I'm trying to think another wide receiver that could do it. Maybe even Diggs. Diggs could do it.
Diggs can most certainly do it.
Devontae Adams could do it.
I don't think Devontae will do it.
I don't think he will.
I think Aaron Rodgers is just checked out. I think he's just doing this just to say he's coming back. I don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers is checked out.
It's a hot take for a reason. I'm not telling you these guys are going to do it, but I think as a possibility, it's not that far out there, I guess.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
An interesting one would be Travis Kelce.
No, I can't see
No
that.
way?
Travis Kelce.
No way.
There's too many weapons in Kansas City. I don't think there's even a
No way. It'd be interesting, though, for him to get close up there, at least. I'm trying to think. A few more wide receivers that I think could do it. Maybe Keenan Allen.
No. I don't think Herbert's developed enough yet.
I understand that. Keenan Allen.
I like Herbert. But I don't think he can do it yet.
Trying to think who else is going to throw a lot. Keenan Allen. Tyler Lockett or DK Metcalf potentially. I don't think so. Just because I think
they're going to split. I think one person.
Exactly.
I think one of them is going to get like 1,600 and one's going to get like 800.
I think it'll be close to that. I'm going more like 14 and like 1,000, something like that. 13,
Yeah.
11, somewhere around there.
But I think Russ is going to have to make a decision on who to pick, though.
Yes, I 100% agree. And I think what's also going to mess him up a little, is that I think he's going to switch back and forth each week.
Yeah, and if you look at, I remember looking at fantasy. I'm like, Tyler Lockett's an absolute stud. But
And
then
then-
I look at, no, he's not. It's just he's getting so many more targets that 1 week.
Right? He had that one game with like 44 points or whatever.
Yeah, that's because DK got targeted that game 3 times.
Exactly. Russ had trouble. Is George back? Does he want to give his hot take real quick?
Hot take?
Hot take. Lucas said Wilson busts. I said a receiver hits 2,000 yards. What are you going to say?
Hot take.
I'll give you some time to think about it.
Let's think here.
You could get more than one if you can't really choose. You could throw a few out there.
Hot take?
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals are going to be filthy disgusting this year.
Like
I think they're
disgusting in a
definitely-
good way or bad?
Good.
In a good way. Okay, I'm making sure.
I think they're definitely making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they'll go even.
I think D-Hop wants to win something.
D-Hop could hit 2,000 too.
I think they'll go 10-7. The Cardinals.
10-7. All right. Very quickly. I know I
And
said this the last
my
one.
other hot take, wide receiver.
Yep.
I just want to put this out there. I think Elijah Moore is going to be the best wide receiver out of all.
Like the rookie wide receivers, you
The
mean?
rookie, yeah.
Okay. Very quickly, who do you think wins the AFC? Who do you think wins the NFC?
AFC
Who wins the AFC?
Yep.
Chiefs.
NFC?
Bucks.
Bucks, yeah.
I think it's got to be Chiefs. NFC? I think it's either the Bucks or the Rams.
Oh, the Rams are back. I forget about how good the Rams are, but I think the problem is how old is Robert Woods? Because I feel like
I think he's I want to say 29. I'll look it up. But he's not too old, I know.
I can't. I know they have
29 exactly.
He's how old?
29.
Oh, I thought you said 39.
No way.
That's not that old. Yeah, that's not.
He's at the end of his prime,
Yeah,
if you want to put it that way.
yeah.
Rams, I don't think they will win it, but I think they could be one win away from winning the NFC.
Yes.
All right, you guys want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, I think that's it.
That'll do it. All right, I know it's been a while, but thank you guys for listening. Try and record again in a week or so. I guess just have a good day or something like that. All right, ready?
All right.